Geeks, keep it real, no doubt. From the couch to your screen with a word of mouth. Anime, movies, TV, we got the review crew. Come and be part of the loop.
Welcome to Otakus Justin here, back with more Summer Anime 2024 coverage. And today we are reviewing episode 2 of Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. Episode 2 is titled The Ruins of Disposal. I tell you, I know, folks, these anime titles are getting out of hand. Anyway, here's a brief synopsis. You can catch the anime on Crunchyroll. Touka rediscovers his cruelty as he kills monsters in the ruins of Disposal. He means to escape and exact his revenge on the goddess, but to get there, he'll have to face the grotesque monster that's killed so many before him, the Soul Eater. Man, this is my favorite anime of summer 2024. I'm saying it right now. I've seen a lot. I've watched a lot. Just something about Touka, his characterization, his journey that I just resonate with. Out of all the shows I've watched so far in 2024, this is the character I am rooting for the most. I don't care if he becomes a villain. I don't care if he becomes a hero. I just want Touka to win in some type of form. Episode 2 continues what happened in episode 1, obviously. Touka is still in the ruins, and now he's starting to learn his abilities. He's getting to learn more about his skill set. And one thing I really like how they're doing it in this particular world is that he learns, and this is a minor spoiler, he learns that he can't spam the same attack on an enemy. For example, he can't use the same spell twice over and over. For example, he uses Paralyze. He can only paralyze that enemy once. He can't keep going paralyze, 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 paralyze. But he can combine different skill sets. He can paralyze them, put them to sleep, and then poison them. And depending on how many times he uses it and when the enemy dies, he not only levels up, but he also levels up in the skill set that he's using. The more he uses the skill set, and it's just like any RPG that you ever played, the more you use your skill set, the more powerful it becomes. And I really like the way they really flesh that out of the rules of his powers and the way the world works. You know, episode 2 really does a good job of that and really establishes him like he gets stronger in this one. He really does. I love this particular episode. One thing I will say just for a nitpick here, and this is just in terms of the animation here. I've noticed that while it does use 2D animation and it has little 3D renderings in here and there, there's certain scenes in here where it's full-blown 3D and it doesn't look good. And they do it in a way, they mask it because they did it like in the dark scenes of the ruins where it's dark that you can't tell. But you can tell if you look close enough, you're like, wait, that's fully just 3D. And Touka starts to walk and move a little bit awkward. It kind of took me out of it, but it doesn't happen often. But there's a couple of scenes in there where it's just full-blown 3D and CGI, and you're just going, that movement's awkward compared to how it's just weird how the animation kind of switched. Call me crazy. But that was a little nitpicking for this particular episode. It's like, why did they do that? But most likely had to do with the budget. But still, that does not take away from the fact that this is probably one of the best animes of summer 2024. I love the Soul Eater, the monster that he has to face towards the end. Not going to spoil anything, how he gets there and what the Soul Eater does. But there is something the Soul Eater does that is a defining moment for Touka and his character. And the grips that he has to come to terms with, which I really loved about this episode, is the fact that he is still battling that humanity. He has to embrace that killer instinct. He has to embrace that dark side of himself. But at the same time, he also is trying to keep him from going fully into the dark side, where he's just this person driven by revenge. And that's due to his backstory, which we get a little bit more glimpse of who saved him from his abusive household. And those people that saved him, like I said, no spoilers, but those people who saved him impacted his life going forward. So I love this kind of dynamic character struggle inward, internal conflict that he suffers from. And overall, fantastic episode. If you're not watching this, you definitely have to start watching this now. This is so much fun. I'm loving this arc. I'm hoping he gets his revenge. I don't want him to just get revenge on a goddess. He needs to take out his classmates. Like, they need to go, especially how they treated him in episode 1. He needs to eliminate everyone. Like this is, like I said earlier, this is the one character I do not care if he becomes a villain or a hero. I just want to see him win. This is Justin from Otakus.geeks.com. What did you think of episode 2, Failure Frame? I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. Comment below, let me know. Let's discuss it. What anime are you watching right now? You can also talk about that. If you like what we do here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Helps out the channel a lot. And if you're watching this on Otakus.geeks.com, browse our website, check out our editorials, event coverage, a whole bunch of stuff and content I'm filming right now. So stay tuned, keep it locked here on Otakus.geeks.com. Peace, love, and happiness. Later days.